Man, I should have made like 10 of these. I'm sorry, things have been crazy. How y'all been? We're gonna do a straight cut off of the phone. These are always fun. Lots been going on. First of all, in general, everything's been kind of slow on the channel because, well, the project here, I'm just waiting to get parts in and kind of square up some of the last few little bits, things I need to get. It's funny because I have a ton of parts. I'll show you those in a minute, but none of them are the ones I need right now. In fact, the wheels, I think we just put the order in for those. It's going to take, I think, 3 weeks or so. I think they're going to try to expedite it a little bit, but there's been a lot going on. We had our big Halloween ride, and that was way more stressful and hectic than it should have been, and I kind of just took a few days of just not doing any work afterwards. I just got busy with different family stuff, and yeah, it's just been a lot going on. The house I'm getting built's like banging up, dude. There's a roof on it, all the framing's done, the foundation's done. Like, they are banging that thing together. So, that's got a lot of my attention to that because I think it's speeding up everything to when we're gonna have to close and do a bunch of other stuff. So there's a lot of weird paperwork and crap with that. The whole time I'm gonna have this weird project that, hopefully if it's not finished by the time I move, it's surely should be like a roller, It shouldn't take long. I know it's like dragging already, like it seems like we should have been further along. It's still just in this state, but there's so many parts we're waiting for. For those of you guys who saw the end of my last video with that hit and run and all that, yeah, that's been kind of whittling away at that because I'm editing through it and I'm like gonna blur the dude's face out through the whole video. There's no reason I don't have to do it, but the guy had like autism, man. It was weird. Like, I don't want to like make him look bad or anything, and that's not my goal. I still would have stopped him. I still would have chased him down. It doesn't matter. Like, you can't do that. But that situation, like, I don't know, it was hectic and stressful as fuck the whole time. And the guy just like, I think he did is he like fucked up, got into a wreck, and then like, sometimes if you're like autistic like that, like you don't, in a panic situation, you may not think right. I know some people like that my whole life, and the people that have that, they have a hard reaction in a crazy situation. So I don't think he's a bad dude. Just maybe shouldn't be driving, because if he's not going to be able to react right, blah, blah. I'm going to have to do like a whole thing where I sit down and talk about it too, because I don't want to like be insensitive, but at the same time I have to be firm. And then, there's going to be so much cancer comments on that video. You can already feel it. There's going to be people like, I'll just pull out my fucking gun and shot him. Like, great. That's good. It's a great thing to do, like, so, yeah, that video actually kind of stresses me out. I know it'll get some views, and I'm going to put it up, but, yeah. Anyways, what else is going on in my world? Going to be in Atlanta next week, so that'll be interesting. Got to figure all that out. I mean, I've got it figured out. I'm flying down there. I guess I'm going to stay with Dan for 4 days. There's going to be meeting things I got to do with some people down there, actual like business meeting stuff. There's going to be a meet itself, and then I'm going to try to also do some recordings and riding around with my boy and have some fun with that. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll get some good footage out of that. Let's see, what else? Parts for the XR. Dude, there's just, it's like Christmas for this thing. There's a lot of stuff right in here. Look at the skid plate. The XR has one hell of a skid plate. It had a skid plate. It's just so beat up and bent, so I ordered a new one. Man, I still need to like clean up some of those parts over there. Like go through them and kind of, I need to throw a lot of this stuff away. Like, I'll be the next thing I do. I'll come here and just do a big straighten up of things. Because there's a lot of these things like the old plastics. I just need to get like little tabs and some of the wiring off the tail, and then they could just go in the trash. I don't need to keep them, I've got like some other random parts from Derek's bike in here for some reason right now. I got those weird Supermoto-ish rims that I guess I'm not going to use, those Excels, because they're all fucking beat the hell up. I don't know what I'll do with those. I'll probably stuff them up in the attic for right now, or whatever. And then, yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a lot of fun shit coming in here. I'll tell you some crazy shit though, dude. I was doing the math. Like we bought this bike, right, for $2,200. And all in all, it was pretty good because I sold those other two motorcycles. I sold the WR, I sold the ZX6R, but I think I sold both of them for like $5,000. So I bought that bike for $2,200, and then from there, we've had sponsors sending us a bunch of stuff, and then all the other parts that I've bought all came from the funds from those pig shirts. So I mean that's good because I haven't like really blown any more money than the initial investment into buying the thing, which was kind of already a positive anyway from selling other bikes, which is probably good because of all the money I'm gonna have to put down on this fucking house. So you know, so yeah, it's been crazy though because I was doing the math like of all the parts so far that have come in or the parts that we're going to be getting from other sponsors that are on the way. With the cost of the bike and parts right now, we're at $8,170. Fuck, that's insane. That's way too much money. And by the time some of the other shit we get squared away, when I get someone who's going to build a suspension, blah blah blah, I mean it's gonna fucking peak probably right to $10,000. Like it's gonna be a $10,000 fucking XR 650R. It's not like we rebuilt the motor to anything crazy, and it's gonna have some trick shit, but fuck, there's so many things I still need to order, like all the plastics for it, some wiring shit. The wiring stuff's crazy because I mean it's got a 12-volt system, but I think at minimum you want to put one of the light dual sport kits in it, like one of the Tusks kits. If you want to be really fancy, you get one of the Baja design kits, but there's got that everything in the headlight. It's super cool, but that headlight's so ugly, and then there's this really cool one, but it's like all LED and it looks different, but it's like $800 fucking dollars for that kit. It's like, maybe they'll sponsor us, but Jesus, man. I think we've burnt through quite a bit too of that money from the Big Red Pig shirts. I mean, people bought that shirt pretty fucking well. Actually raised more money than I thought we would. It's just like, I don't know, like my brother was saying, it's like you're gonna get nickeled and dime for all the stupid small shit this bike needs. And yeah, like I'm like doing the math, just buying all this little stuff, and I'm even trying to be conservative. It's funny, we're like in some places we're having crazy high dollar things, and other places like the headers, for instance, right? I just bought like the cheapest Amazon $100 headers I could get for this thing just because I didn't want to put the stock headers back on. And I recorded some little bits of this. I'll also have to, when the video finally comes out, whenever we do that, which will be several videos from now, I had to take those headers. They didn't line up right at the end, and I had to trim them and cut them, and that's why I've got all these bits here. This one in here right now, that was one of the finishing ones. I fixed them. They're 90-ish% fixed, I'd say. They're good enough. But it's like they're actually made not half bad. It's just like at the very ends, they fucked them all up. So it's a big old mess. But it's just weird. Like some of the super high dollar parts, they're gonna go on it, and then a lot of other just good shit in general. And then some of the stuff I'm buying, it's just like, yeah, that'll fucking work. Like here, look at these things. I said, fuck it, like the pegs. Like the pegs are bent. Of course they're bent. Everything's fucked on that bike that came for the bike, other than like the motor and frame. So these pegs were like $20. They don't look fucking bad. Whatever, they'll work. I didn't buy like 50, 60, even there's $100 dirt bike pegs out there. Like in some cases you had to be like, well, I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get, but I'm gonna also try to save some bucks when I can. So yeah, the bike really wasn't a piece of shit. I think looking back on it, I got some of these things. Here's a computer. Here's a little high dollar part right here. But you gotta have a computer, dude. You gotta, want to know your water temperature, of course, is great. Obviously, your speed. Those are the two main things I really give a shit about. I mean, like me having to do all this stupid work to the bike, it's just fucking dumb. Like you probably could have spent double what I spent on the bike and bought a really clean XR for like $4,000 or $5,000. There's tons of already Supermoto street legal XRs that were pretty damn clean. I mean, I kind of wanted one that wasn't converted because I wanted to convert it for the video, but you still could have gotten like a cleaner example of one. In my case, it'll be fun because we'll get to make a cool video out of it. And, through some different connections and fundraising from the fans, like, it'll all work out, But, like, as a financial guide, like, this is how you build a supermoto. It's like, don't do this. This is the wrong way. But it'll be cool because I do want to keep this bike. If I've, like, I know the last bike I built it and sold it, and I sold my WR, and I feel like everyone's just like, oh, you got the XR, so you're going to sell it when you finish it, right? I'm like, no, this one I want to keep. Like, who knows, maybe I'll ride it and I'll hate it for some reason. I don't think so. But this one I plan to keep, man. I don't know. I'm going to feel really invested in this thing when it's all done. This is not just like a bolt shit on series. This isn't, the budget 600 build. This is actually like, obviously, just fucking look at it. Look where we are with it right now. It's still got more shit that's going to come off of it before it starts going together. So that should be fun. But hey, also one other thing I was thinking about, this Halloween ride we just did. You kind of can see it from the video. It was just way too fucking crazy. It just got out of hand. I don't know if I can keep doing these fucking street rides. I've been thinking that for a while anyway. I like going street riding with my buddies in some small groups. But yeah, these big rides are getting to be fucking stupid. And, even if I'm out, they're going to keep doing them. And that's fine, whatever, It's just like kind of washing my hands of them is how I feel. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm done, but I kind of want to be. And I'm trying to figure out a situation where we can still have a really cool meet and people can do cool shit. So I was thinking, and I don't know if anyone's going to be able to even be on board with this, but I was thinking about possibly trying to see if I can get an event set up at a drag strip or something and rent the track out. And we could all just hang out in the lot. People can go do wheelies on the strip. They've already got the barricades. They're used to waivers and stupid shit. I don't know if we could get them on board with it, then get maybe J&P Cycles or something to sponsor the event and get some other vendors involved and throw some bucks at it. We could probably make it a thing. And I think that would actually be a good compromise, I have no idea if we could actually pull something off like that. Who knows? Maybe not. But I don't know. I was going to see what y'all think about stuff like that. Does that even sound cool? I kind of see them doing stuff like that, over in Europe and shit, some of the Supermoto Full guys or Super Retards. I think they do a big event like that. And it looks so cool. It looks like a lot of fun. You don't have to worry as much about, you don't have to worry about the cops and this and that. And hopefully you don't have to worry about people getting really hurt. Obviously they still can, our motorcycles, but yeah, it's just a matter of time before something stupid happens, and it probably will anyway. Like I said, I know people would probably still, if I did that, they'd probably still roll out of there and go do a ride, and it would be fucking crazy, but, I don't know. I don't know if I could set that up by the time, even if we can get that going, I don't know if I could set it up for, spring break. That's coming up fast, the spring break ride will be here before you know it, and that's also going to be really close to a time that should have already been moved by then, but it's right in that time period of all that stuff happening. So I don't know. I need to trim my beard. That's probably enough ramblings. Yeah. Oh yeah, real quick, let me tell you what's some other cool shit we've got. I got Moto Master brakes. Those will be cool. The wheels that I got, the Warp 9s are going to be red with gold hubs, gold nipples, and black spokes. That should be a fucking wild look. I think we're going to go with red and black plastics. Some other trip cool shit we've got here. Man, there's a lot of little things. Electron. Got an Electron carburetor over here. They also sent me one cut in half, so I get to show that off. That's super cool of them. And I tooted. All right. Y'all take care.